2K Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are delighted to welcome you to this year's Q School Final.
Without further ado, let's get into the coverage of this exciting event. Luke Elvey here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, what's it like to compete in this nerve-wracking affair?
Luke, all the players in this field want one thing and one thing only, and that is their Corn Ferry Tour card. It's a massive accomplishment. Let's see how this all shakes out. The top 50 on the leaderboard will get their card.
Can't wait to see what unfolds. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Second shot here on the first. Oh my. Really had that shot dialed in.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Well, that's delightful. A birdie to get the round underway.
Can't birdie them all unless you birdie the first, Luke. Good start.
And that finds him in a share of second.
This one looks to be headed towards the fairway.
Lining up from about 230 yards here. Going with the 9-iron, I think. Getting ready to play their third. Nice shot that. That should find us. Oh, you beauty! An eagle! That'll help make a big move.
Moments like that deserve another look.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
Currently at -3 for the event.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle.
Par 3, measuring 208 yards. A difficult par 3 to say the least.
This one looks like it's heading left here, Rich.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface. And he needs this to save par.
Oh, just missed. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This is what they have left for bogey.
Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Currently in first position. The fourth at TPC Boston, Rich. A great short par 4.
Players looking to make birdie or better. The only difficulty is finding that front bunker. That's when big numbers can be had. For sure, birdies galore. Pretty good shot there.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
It's got a chance. Just didn't drop.
Just a short putt remaining here.
Leading by a shot after that hole. Time to step on your tee shot here at this long par 4.
Dog legs from right to left. The big danger here is the green. 3 different tiers on this green. find the correct one, you'll have a birdie opportunity. Miss it, and it's going to be a difficult two-putt.
Yeah, that one will play. Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Now he's eyeing up around 160 here.
Well, this one's going right at the flag. Big time play, that one, Beamer.
Almost a gimme birdie there, Luke. Fantastic.
And they'll tap this in for birdie. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Bunkers down the right-hand side are a nuisance. The pond fronting the left part of the green should not come into play if players find the fairway off their tee shots. Second shot to a very flat green. You can get it close, but still difficult on this long par 4.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
This should play.
That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Welcome to this par 5 hole.
Par 5, 600 yards straight away. Wanting to make birdies, but par is a good number.
Second shot here on the 7th.
Lovely effort, that. And here we are with the 3rd shot. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And that will take him to 5 under. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
Par 3, bunkers left and right. Not an easy par 3, to say the least.
This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Well, you're a ball striker, there's no doubt about that.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Wow, what a shot.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. That's pretty tidy.
Oh, he's on fire today, building upon his lead, hole after hole.
And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And as we head over to the 10th hole, Rich, this player will enter their final 9 holes of Q School. How will they be feeling?
Well, right now they should be pleased. They're playing awfully well. They've put themselves in good position to get their Korn Ferry Tour card. But let's face it, 9 holes left. Pressure packed, to say the least.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
And from about 105 yards.
This one heading towards the green.
Well, that's well played and sets up a good birdie look here at the 10th.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
Putting for birdie here.
Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Going with the hybrid. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. 11 feet to the cup.
This really looks good.
Okay, steady now. This is a par putt. Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. This hole here is a par 4.
Par 4, 510 yards. Good luck.
Good shot there. That's a fairway finder for sure.
Playing this shot from about 210 yards out. Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
Ooh.
Nicely done.
A birdie putt awaits. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
Leading by 8 strokes now after that hole. Time to face a par 4 now.
Tee shot is uphill to a blind landing area. Green is surrounded by some deep bunkers. However, you miss all those, you find the surface in 2, and you're going to have a pretty decent look at a birdie 3.
Well, this one might need to get down a little. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Ouch, that hurts. Par putt coming up here. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. Teeing off now on the 14th hole.
Par 4, sweeping from right to left down the hill. This is a challenging hole.
Not a bad line, this one. Sitting at 9 under par, currently in top spot. Opting for the 6 iron. A wonderful shot into 14. It sets up another look at birdie. And now that finds him in first place. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Par 4, 421 yards. A lot of fun can be had here, but be careful of the green. It'll get you if you're not careful.
Around 110 yards to go. Choosing the 9 iron here.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
And they've done it. Hold another shot from way out.
Absolutely insane. I've never seen anything quite like this.
Currently 12 under for the round.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done. This one is all over it.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly. Wonderful shot. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action.
And tee shot looks pretty good.
Well, Rich, the 17th hole at TPC Boston. I think the most important thing is positioning your tee shot so you can get a clear look at the green here.
A very narrow green, actually bisected in 2 by Santa Claus's belly, thus the size of it. Find the right level, you have a birdie opportunity.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
and maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Of all the finishing holes on the PGA Tour, Rich, there's plenty that feel that TPC Boston could be right up with the very best of them.
Long hitters are looking to take it down the left-hand side and get the extra chase on the golf ball down the slope. That'll leave them with a very short second shot to a dangerous green, big deep bunker right, and a large hollow on the left-hand side. Birdies and eagles have been made before, but so have sixes and sevens.
It's all come down to this, a putt for the title. That'll sting a bit. All right, let's see if they can compose themselves and knock this one in to claim the top. And they've done it. What an effort that is, winning Q School in what's a pressure-packed tournament.
Yes, hats off, but listen, it really doesn't matter, Luke. You finish first or you finish 25th, you still get your tour card. You still have an amazing opportunity next year. Yes, winning it does get you into a few more events at the beginning of the year, but you better play your way into the next part of the year because of the reshuffle. Hats off to the winner, but hats off to all the players getting through.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
UK Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are delighted to present today's event. Today's coverage of the Corn Ferry Tour season opener is about to begin.
Luke Helvey here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this is an exciting day for this player. They're taking part in their very first Corn Ferry Tour event. I'm sure you've got memories of that moment and what it felt like. What type of goals are they setting for themselves, and what are their expectations of the season ahead?
Well, look, I think that every player out here, their only goal is to secure their PGA Tour card. And to do that, there's three ways. You can either win 3 times on the Corn Ferry Tour. That'll automatically get you a Battlefield promotion to the PGA Tour. You can finish top 25 at the points list at the end of the season. Or, for everyone else, the top 75 will go on to the Tour Championship. And from there, the top 50 will regain or earn PGA Tour status.
This is an exciting one, Rich. Let's get into the action. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This one to save par.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's currently tied for second. Welcome to the tee at this par 5 hole. Bit disappointing, that one. Second shot on the second. Going with the 5-iron here. That's the right option. Put it back in play. Getting ready to play their third. Oh, well played.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
This one's tracking.
Oh, nice putt to make for a birdie.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole.
Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Good putt that. Currently 1 under for the day. Let's see what happens here on the 4th. Well, on the tee now, coming off the par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Nicely done. And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. An opportunity for a birdie here.
Is tracking.
That's a lovely effort, that one. That's a handy putt to make.
Setting the tone early in this round.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. This one might roll into the rough. Never easy playing out of those fairway bunkers.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
This one looking really good.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one.
And this one is for his par. And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
Time to tee off at the 6th.
No point hanging on to that one. You didn't hit your best there. That might be one club too many.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently leading by 2.
Nice soft hands around the green. What a skill to have.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Top effort, that.
Putting for a bogey. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap.
Oh, I always love these holes. Here we have a par 3.
Trying to forget the bogey at the last and focus in on this one.
Setting up miles from the hole.
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole.
And that will take him to 2 under.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
Now 2 shots up after that one.
And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Well played, mate. This shot from 120 yards.
He's got a 2-stroke buffer.
You like that, didn't you? Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. That was a gallant attempt. It's just about 3 feet away.
That starts off on a good line.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Now on the tee of a long par 4. Handy effort, that one. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up this shot with the wind in their face.
Not a bad play, that one. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. And just about 8 feet left to the hole. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Putting now for a bogey.
Oh, that's frustrating.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And that's an untimely double bogey. They never look good on the scorecard, but our leader still has a chance to bounce back themselves.
Well, a lovely position for this player, Rich. Tied for the lead as they make the turn.
Yeah, you always want to be up or in the lead going in the final 9 holes. That's what they practice for. That's what they want to be. They want to be in this position. Let's see how it all plays out.
Second shot here at the 10th.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Oh, so close. Putting for birdie. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. And after that hole, he's no longer sharing top spot. He's at the summit all alone. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
4 left.
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
He leads the field by a stroke. An opportunity to make a par here.
And that puddle drop. Well done. Still in the lead now after that hole. Par 3s always offer up that hope of a hole in 1. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
A chance to move to a couple under the card with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That one raced by. Bit of work coming back.
Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Was on a good line.
This one for bogey. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
This is full send.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
That could play.
Yes, any time you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Oh, well played. And that will take him to 1 under. He sits in first position. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Good shot there, Beamer. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par. And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
Oh, you see that one bouncing around the branches like a pinball machine?
Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Well, it's found the surface, but that's about as much as you can say about it.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Just 6 feet between he and the hole. And with that putt, now 2 under with the final few holes to go.
1 ahead with 4 to go. Can they settle their nerves?
Now leading by 1 shot.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That doesn't look good, Rich. Bit too far right for my liking.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Great touch.
Okay, steady now. And this one is for bogey.
Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Let's see what happens here at the 17th. This shot here from about 240 yards.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
I know it hasn't come up exactly how they imagine in their mind, Rich, but you've got to like that play.
Wind got that one and took it wayward.
Wow. Well, that was an absolute beauty, particularly out of that lie. Always nice to hold those for birdie. And that will take him to 2 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Playing this shot from about 180 yards.
Wind is blowing left to right. Going to try and hold it against the wind.
Oh, what a shot by our leader. This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament. Just didn't drop. And here we are with this putt to win the first event of the Corn Ferry Tour season. And mark it down as another W. What a way to win it.
Oh, absolutely. Sunday fun day. Let's go find the winner and spend the check, baby.
Well, this is a big moment in this young player's career, Rich. A victory on the Corn Ferry Tour.
What a way to start your career. Get the win out of the way. Bigger things lie ahead for this player.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time. UK Sports and the Corn Ferry Tour are proud to bring you today's event.
Today's coverage of the Grayson Classic is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam.
Luke, I'm ready to get going into this one.
That should find the fairway. From around 180 yards out. Well, that's a handy shot.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Setting up this putt 27 feet from the cup.
That's disappointing. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Starting the round at even par.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole played.
Currently has a share of second place. Time to tee off at the second. Oh, absolutely flushed. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole. Ooh. And this putt coming up for his par. That's well holed. So, no movement on the leaderboard there, remaining at even overall. Teeing off here at the third hole. Oh, seems to have got a big piece of that one. Striped. One win is good, but 2 wins would be great. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
2 big hits there, knocking in on this par 5 and 2.
Bit too heavy-handed there. 7 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Well, that'll play. Currently 1 under for the round. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
Look, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out. This for back-to-back birdies.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
A bit wild on approach there.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Wow, that was handy holding out from there.
And a chip in, Luke, just what the doctor ordered.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Currently at 3 under for the event. Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Wonderfully played. Taking aim from around 240 yards out here.
Currently leading by 2.
And he's safely on the green with that shot. Oh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly. Currently in first position. Let's see what happens here on the 7th. Oh, well done. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135.
That's well played. Pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. We've reached the 8th hole. Opting for the 9-iron. That's a good-looking shot there. Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Ouch, that hurts. Job done. Let's head to the next. Time to face a par 4. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing.
4 feet to the cup. Our leader is up by 4 shots now.
We've reached the beginning of the back 9, the 10th.
Nicely done.
Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Outstanding approach shot. 7 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Ooh, right by the hole. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Leading by 4 strokes after that one. Teeing off here at the 11th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Just needs this one to kick right. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
Oh, just missed.
A par putt on the table.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Let's head to the 12th hole, shall we? That's a bit out of shape. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
They're setting up this next shot into quite an elevated green, Luke.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
Distance control nearly impossible coming out of this rough.
Sitting at 6 under for the day. Currently leading.
Yeah, this is lovely.
That's disappointing.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Just a 4-footer remaining. This looks good. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. And coming off a double bogey, you'd imagine their heads down a bit. Time to just clear that from the mind.
That dog will hunt.
Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it. Oh, that's frustrating. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Oh, so close. And this next putt, it's for bogey.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap.
Trying to shake off the bogey on the last hole as they step onto this tee.
Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line.
Second shot here on the 14th. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in 2 and get rewarded for it.
It doesn't matter how you hit it if you can hold putts like that. And that will take him to 5 under.
And let's have one more look at that shot.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
Now 4 shots up after that hole. Well, they'll be looking to use that momentum they generated on the last with an eagle. quality shot, that one. Time for the second shot at the 15th. Yeah, good safe shot, this one. That should find the surface.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
It was on a good line. This putt was about 8 feet. This one's looking good. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. Currently at -5 now for the day.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish. No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Second shot here on the 16th. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will move him to 6 under par. This hole is a par 3. Going with the hybrid. That's just inside the range.
This one here, this is for back-to-back birdies, moving him in the right direction.
Just hammered that through the line. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par.
That's a good putt to make, that one.
Still in the lead now after that hole. Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
Wow, was that a massive drive there. Holy cow.
That's nicely done.
And with this putt, he will win the event.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Not the end of the world. There's another chance here to hold it. That's another victory. Hats off to them.
Gotta say, 2 wins on the season, really firing on all cylinders right now. This player is in for a massive year.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Bluff Championship is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, thank you. Yes, this group, one to watch. Now the rookie in this pairing, they've set themselves some very specific goals, some very lofty goals to beat player after player. But the first one, oh, it's going to be tough. Lots of chatter on social media leading up to this pairing. The battle is on.
Oh, it's terrific, Henny. That's exciting, isn't it? Always love a battle within the war, don't you? Good to see how this one plays out over the course of this tournament. Oh, that was pure. Playing this shot from about 230 yards out. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
That was a gallant attempt. Lining up the birdie putt here. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
I've never been disappointed by starting off my round with a birdie, Luke, I can tell you that.
And with that hole behind them, this player currently finds himself in a tie for first with Tony Finau.
One of our on-course reporters, John McCarthy, has been out surveying the scene here in preparation for today's broadcast. John, what are some of the things the players will be looking out for today at Craggy Heights?
Well, Luke, I think one of the first things the players are going to be looking at is really, literally, the shapes of these fairways. They are laid out in a way that often there are little pockets of fairway the players can hit to, and if they do end up safe, they can really open up options on their approach shots, but they're going to have to be confident in their swing to reap those rewards. Another thing to watch for are holes like the 5th, where the fairway narrows significantly the further out you hit your tee shot. There's also holes like the par 4 17th, where you can drive the green, yes, but there is a lot of danger in the form of water and sand around the green to contend with. So it's very much a risk-reward course. Can't wait to just sit back and watch how these professionals take this course on. Should be a fun week here at Craggy Heights.
Woo, back there, horsey. Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Just didn't drop. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
Currently 2 under for the event. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
Pretty good shot there.
And he's down there.
Setting up here from about 145 yards. Wow, that drive, that had so much airtime, I didn't even know if it was coming down.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. This one's dialed in. Oh, what a super shot. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
Now a par 5 hole awaits.
This one should find the rough.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Not the best tee shot, but they got lucky with this lie.
Well struck. And here we are with the 3rd shot.
Currently in the lead by a shot. Should find the green.
Oh, a 5-footer. It's amazing how tour pros hold these.
This for a birdie run.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next. And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the current standings.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. It's time to begin this par 4 hole. That one's heading down Broadway. Second shot here on the 6th.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. And that will take him to 4 under.
And a quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first spot, with Tony Finau second.
Yeah, that one will play. Time for the second shot here at the 7. This one's going right at the pin here.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Oh, good look at a birdie here. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Luke, probably one of those picturesque par 3s on this golf course, if not the one. Obviously, coming up shy is a huge no-no with water lurking there. You're going to see most players hit it deep into the green. Anywhere in the heart of the green really is just fine. Walking off with a par here is just dandy.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Attaboy, good shot. Playing from around 210 yards here.
Well, he means business. Coming out, hitting shots like that against HV3. I think Harold's just as surprised as I am.
A par putt awaits.
That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
Chance to move up into the top 20 on the leaderboard. A good putt to make here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
Well, after 9, so far, so good. It's great to see these two players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards.
This is looking pretty good in the air.
This putt to get to 7 under the card. Remember, there's 2 important parts of a putt, line and length. Too much length on that one. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
This one will run uphill.
Ooh, right by the hole. This is a bogey putt coming up.
Why don't we catch up with the V-man, Harold Varner III.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Oh, get in. Shame it didn't drop. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. And on the tee now, coming off the bogey. Might have a bit of a sting in the tail, I'd imagine. This one might need to set. Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. That'll sting a bit. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
This is what they have left for par here.
Well holed.
And after that hole, this player finds himself in top spot, with Tony Finau second.
That's tidy. Time for the second shot at the 12th.
Well, that's not ideal. Finding the trees.
That's a tad disappointing, isn't it? Getting ready to play their third. Opting for the 5-iron.
What a shot from that nasty lie. Should be proud of that.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And that will take him to 6 under.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Teeing off here on the 13th hole. Well, let's see if they can roll off that birdie at the last. Lovely momentum here.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 10 feet from the cup. This for back-to-back birdies.
Ooh. And that should secure the par on this one. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Let's begin the 14th. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's about 155 from this hole location. Wow, that drive. Incredible stuff. Over 300 yards. Ah.
Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
Oh, yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
And that will take him to 7 under.
And a quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first spot, with Tony Finau second.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
That wasn't your best effort, was it? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
Let's see what happens here at the 16th. Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber.
That drive was simply astonishing.
Why don't we catch up with the V-Man, Harold Varner III.
Birdied their last hole.
And back to the play, shall we? Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. That's frustrating. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
And after that hole, this player finds himself in top spot, with Tony Finau second.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
It's heading to the rough for mine. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. This is beautiful to watch.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Well, what a lovely position to be in. Holding the lead, playing the last. Good luck. Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. Wow. There's a lot of power in that one. Bombed. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th, and a chance for birdie at the last.
Get this putt to drop, and he'll win the event here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed history. Their first ever PGA Tour victory. Rich, they must be going berserk in their mind.
They're delirious. There's no doubt about it. I mean, so many emotions are racing through them right now. They can't even stop and think about anything for more than a few seconds. It's an amazing feeling.
Well, Rich, you know just how excited this player is.
Does it get any better than this? Can you believe the first ever start on the PGA Tour? They get the victory. What a performance.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beam in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Kuyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with his playing partner this week.
That's no doubt about it, Henny. It appears this player's target is to beat Ricky Fowler this week. You certainly won't beat him in the popularity stakes, that's for sure.
Oh, for sure, Luke. Pretty Ricky, he's got the crowd behind him. Even if he's not feeling up for it, he's going to be buoyed along by all those fans in orange. And hey, he hits it a mile, by the way. I mean, he's no fool. He's not just a pretty boy with a big crowd following him. He's got game to back it up.
Well, it will be interesting to keep an eye on this one right throughout this event. Putting for an eagle.
No, that's too bad. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Now on the tee after a birdie. Fired up and ready for more. That's some good golf right there.
This one from about 160 yards out. Going with the 8-iron here.
That was special.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Here's Ricky Fowler's next shot.
Ooh, that almost went down. Beauty of a chip shot there.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
It's a good start to the day. Let's hope they can keep up the good form.
Ow! That one had eyes for the flag the whole way.
Putting for birdie here.
So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in 2nd place. And after a birdie at the last, they take the honour on the hole. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him in the third round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not...
Oh, what a shot from the bunker. And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Deep into the front 9, here we are at the 7th hole. Oh my, that was launched. This one is right down the pipe. 6 feet remaining to the cup. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it? So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. Oh! Talk about dialed in. That thing had eyes for the hole. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
This putt about 11 feet in distance. Get excited. This could go in. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. He's currently sitting in 1st place. Setting up now on a par 4. Nicely done. Sitting at 5 under par in their round.
Outright first here.
Oh, come on, sit. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you?
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet. Ouch, that hurts.
Putting for bogey here. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader. Why don't we catch up with Ricky Fowler?
Well, what happened there?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Don't know about you, Rich, but I'm getting my palms sweaty in the booth just thinking about this player's position with 9 to play.
Well, keep your hands to yourself. But yes, this player is definitely dialed in at the moment.
That was wonderfully done.
1 win so far this season. Looking for number 2 here today. And here we are with the 3rd shot. Now a 3-shot lead over the field.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Oh, just missed.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
Oh, that looks like a pure stroke.
Leading by 4 strokes after that one.
Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. You like that, didn't you? Should find the green here. A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. And that will take him to 5 under. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, guys, he's got 28 feet here.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. This hole is a par 3. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Oh, well played.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And back to the course with the live action.
Setting up here with a very long putt.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, you know you want to.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Now 6 shots in front after that hole. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here. This shot from the first cut of rough. Going with the pitching wedge here.
Now over to Ricky Fowler.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
Here's Ricky Fowler. Four feet to the cup.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays.
And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible.
What a drive, look at that.
Playing this shot from about 170 yards out. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
This player is making a statement with that approach shot. I think this rivalry with Ricky Fowler is really inspiring him to fire at those flags.
It's a lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
And that will take him to 8 under. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one. Handy effort, that one. Second shot here on the 15th. Going with the 5-wood. That might be one club too many.
Now let's switch our focus to Ricky Fowler.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Getting ready to play their third. Was on a good line. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And down it goes. And now an impressive 9 under par as we head to the stretch.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
And he's down there. You got to read.
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
Oh, so close. An opportunity to make their par. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Second shot here on the 17th. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Oh, what a shot by our leader.
It's amazing to see how good this player is in full flow.
this putt to get to 10 under par.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
And he holds it. What a putt. Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
And now that finds him in first place. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer.
Sometimes you've just got to stand up and applaud, and that's the occasion right now. This is as good as it gets.
If one is good, two is twice as nice, isn't it? 2 wins on the season for this player. Awesome stuff.
And Rich, mark that down as one of the outstanding wins we'll see this season.
It's always impressive when you see a player outshine their fellow competitors, because all of these players are really good, but this player made everybody in the field look very, very average. So good was their performance.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time.
PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open. Today's coverage is about to begin.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beam in the booth, and it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to striding the fairways with this week's featured groups. There's a sense of heightened competition this week because the player in question has mentioned that he is starting up a rivalry with his playing partner.
No kidding, Henny. This player, he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though.
Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par.
John Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard.
Well, that's a handy shot. From around 140 yards here. That should find the surface.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. Just didn't drop. Putting for par.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one. Looking at the scoreboard, they currently sit in second place, behind Jon Rahm.
Nicely done. The third hole at TPC Summerlin has been converted from a par 5 down to a 4, Rich, which makes his second shot much tougher.
Second shot across the ravine to a green that's surrounded by bunkers. Should you find the green in two putts from there will be just fine, but watch out. Big numbers abound should you start missing this green out to the right.
This is a par putt.
And that will put them ahead of their rival. A great performance on this hole. The Spaniard Jon Rahm currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard.
The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole. Just be accurate on approach. That's a pretty handy shot. But not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. This putt coming up is for birdie. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Now, 3 strokes back after that hole. The fifth at TPC Summerlin is a par 3 measuring 197 yards. Depending on where they put the tees on this hole, ensures the type of club you need to get at it. If you're going at it, make sure you avoid that bunker that's short and right. Let's return to live play now.
And this putt to move into the top 5.
Not sure if they understood the lie of the land there, Rich.
Nice little putt to hole, that one.
Sitting at 1 over for the event.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The sixth at TPC Summerlin is a staking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. And playing this one from around 120 yards out. 3 strokes off the lead. This putt to move into a share of second place. Okay, steady now. Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play.
And this is a familiar sight. Jon Rahm leads this tournament.
Good shot there, Beamer. Playing this shot from 120 yards. Just 3 back from the leader.
Good sounding strike, that one.
And this putt to move them into a tie for second.
Surely it's going to.
A bit long on that one. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard.
They're nicely holed.
I will take that also into the top 5 now.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard.
Jon Rahm, your leader, as we head to the next hole.
The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3, playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
That's disappointing. It's just about 3 feet away.
This is important. Big par putt here.
And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 9th at TPC Summerlin was a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Well, it's a bit disappointing.
This putt is for a share of second. Beautiful shot.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. All right, Rich, we've made the turn now into the final 9. What are your thoughts so far?
Look, they're in the top 10, and they're actually making a really nice push up this leaderboard. Let's see how they play over this final 9 holes.
Time for the second shot at the 10th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge.
And he's safely on the green.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Ooh, right by the hole.
Putting for a par here.
And that's something we've started to see creep into the game now that you can leave the flag into putt. And this one will be for bogey.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard.
And as we check in on the leaderboard, it's Jon Rahm on top.
Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Putting for a par now.
In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tits, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water that starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Woo, back there, horsey. Really well played. 12 feet to the cup coming up.
With this putt, he'll go 1 up on Bubba. And Bubba, well, never count him out. He may be all over the place, but he'll get you.
Par putt coming up here.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Okay, as we move along, it's Jon Rahm in the lead.
The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with the tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up, make sure you've given yourself the right number because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to 3-putt it. Be careful on approach. Gee, I wish I could play like this myself.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
That's frustrating. And this putt to move into a tie for second. And well holed. Let's move on.
Jon Rahm holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. A chance to go under par here if you can just keep the bogeys off the card.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently in 5th place.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Hey, nice looking line. And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. The 15th at TPC Sutherland is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle.
An opportunity to make a par here. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks.
And that fine play ensures they hold top spot on the leaderboard, with Jon Rahm trailing in 2nd place.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
The 16th hole at TPC Summerlin is the final par 5 on the course, Rich, and one the players can reach into.
Obviously, no hope leaving it short with your second shot in the water at 16. So most players bailing out, hitting it just over this green. If they draw a decent lie, they can chip it close, make birdie. However, not so easy. And there's a couple of low areas and greenside bunkers to deal with long of this green.
And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par.
And after that hole, they currently lead in 1st place with Jon Rahm in 2nd.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Come on, get down. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
Luke, I gotta say, I don't like their chances. I have been wrong once before, but I really can't remember when that was.
That'll sting a bit. Just 3 feet to the cup.
He's got this for his part.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
The 18th at TPC Sutherland is a 444-yard par 4 with a big body of water just beyond the gully, which you've got to drive. Make sure you avoid those bunkers on the right side to give you a good iron into this green. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
Oh, just missed. And now this to win the Shriners Children's Open.
This looks like...
Well, at the start of the week, there are a lot of people lining up wanting the win here in Vegas. But this is the player who's come up trumps. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
And Henny, that was some impressive play. To take down a rival of that caliber and to win the event, what a performance.
Yes, Luke, we doubted them, but they got the job done and they took down their hero. The rivalry is theirs and theirs alone, and they can boast about this on social media for, well, weeks now.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Champions Invitational. Today's coverage is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
Henny, it sounds like they're trying to beat Will Zalatoris. Are you sure?
Absolutely, Luke. Will Zalatoris is a player of the future. When we talk about young players who are confident and have every single attribute that you could possibly want for, Will Zalatoris comes to mind, and that's not someone that I would want to be going up against if it was me.
Yeah, well, looks can be deceiving, can't they? While he might remind you of Happy Gilmore's caddy, this player is one to beat, and good luck in this rivalry because you're going to need it. And if this can go down, he'll save par. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
He's currently tied for fifth. And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. Distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. Course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike a Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the sixth. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the sixth green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Here we are at the third.
Absolutely tattooed that one.
Still a chance to attack this hole from the first cut.
What a shot from the rough. This is gorgeous.
Okay, that'll work. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. It was on a good line. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's take a look at the current standings. So no movement on the leaderboard, remaining at even overall.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Not quite sure about the strike on that one. This could be heading towards the rough. Setting up in some very deep rough.
No, this is like hitting it into a head of cabbage. I mean, it literally is just awful.
And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Setting up this putt 23 feet from the cup. They've got this to get ahead of Will Zalatoris and leave him in their dust trail.
Super shot, that. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Teeing off here at the 5th. And choosing the 8-iron here. Yep, that shot's safely on the green.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Ooh. No, that's too bad. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
This is what they have left for a par.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Well, I love these holes. The short par 4. Do you be bold or lay up?
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway. Time for the second shot here at the 6th.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Putting for birdie. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of fourth. Tracking. Nicely holed. And for par. And with that, he'll stay right there at even par.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Teeing off here at the 7th. Left nothing in the tank on that one. That was pummeled.
Kenny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Yeah, this is sitting up nicely. It's not going to cause any troubles.
Getting ready to play their third. 2 strokes off the lead. Oh, absolutely flushed. 8 feet to the cup. It's half a chance of being holed, this one.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Currently 1 under for the event. And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Opting for the hybrid, I think.
That's not the shot they're after.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
This would be a great par putt if he can make this. Ouch, that hurts. It's just about 3 feet away.
The putt drops, and we're moving on.
And that'll drop him down to even par now. A chance to put last hole's bogey behind them here at this tee. Wonderfully played.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Okay, let's get back to the action. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Well, a little off the target with that one.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
And this one is for his par. Oh, what a stroke. Yeah, you'll take that. Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last 9 to play. Did you prefer to be the greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Oh, well done. Second shot here on the 10th hole.
Could roll into the rough on this one.
Even for the day. Currently tied for 5th place. Time now for the 4th shot.
Just 3 strokes back.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Just a 4-footer remaining. And down she goes. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Ooh, yeah, no, not where they wanted to go. This one's left.
This would be a great up and down.
That's a well-played chip shot there.
Judging it beautifully.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
And here we are with their 4.
3 shots off the lead.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? This one's for bogey. Okay, let's head to the next.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Let's see what happens here at the 14th. And this shot from about 150 yards out.
They need to flight this one down into the wind.
Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
This putt for a spot in the top 5.
Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This for par.
Currently at +1 for the day. Quite often the hardest hole in golf, a long par 4.
Will this one hang on and find the fairway? Or is it headed towards the rough?
Taking aim from about 170 yards. 4 shots behind our leader. Quality shot, that one.
Now let's switch our attention to Will Zalatoris.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
What's in front of them, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
That's a lovely stroke. Had eyes for the whole way.
And just a few holes remaining. Let's see what they can produce.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And that'll move him to even par for the tournament.
Tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Whew. But what a shot.
A par putt awaits.
I really hope this one drops for him.
Yep, well done. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4. Come on, that finish line's in sight. Let's power towards it. Well, Rich, this player's certainly making moves up the leaderboard, aren't they?
Absolutely nice push on this final round. Still needs to keep the foot on the gas, continue making birdies if they have any hope of winning.
Why don't we catch up with Will Zalatoris?
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it.
And only 1 hole to go in this event, Luke.
Well done. Take the birdie. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
Getting closer to that top spot on the leaderboard. This is getting interesting.
And as this player tees off on their final hole, they're one shot off the lead. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Oh, I love that. Had the confidence to stand up there and try and drive the green and delivered.
Definitely brave on that one, setting up a nice eagle opportunity, especially since they're one back of the lead.
Oh, that's a killer. That would have won the event outright.
This is going to be very disappointing for this player for a long time. They just weren't up to the challenge to cross the finish line in first place.
And this putt for a final score of 71. And that brings to an end his event. That's a shame. They came oh so close to what would have been an incredible comeback victory.
The stories that we could have told if they completed the victory would be endless. Unfortunately, not getting it done, but still, what a performance on this final round.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in and see you next time.